Hello. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. I hope you've had a really good day. It was a decent one here in Pasadena. I'm really excited that things are starting to open up a little bit in Newfoundland, and I'm looking forward to hopefully doing some live, real in person classes coming up soon. But for now, we're going to continue with the online classes. And so tonight we're going to do a 45-minute flow and unwind class. So we'll do some movement, of course, get the body warmed up just a little bit, and relax into some really good stretches. So feel free to lie down. That's what I'm going to suggest. Find a comfortable position on your mat. Spread out nice and wide and take up all the space you want. Maybe place a hand on your belly and a hand on your heart, closing down the eyes and allowing yourself to arrive on the mat. Maybe you've had a full day, and now's the time to devote to yourself. Relax and unwind. Bring your attention to your breath. Doing a 3-part breath. Inhaling, starting at the belly, rib cage, and chest. Exhaling from the chest, rib cage, and belly. Feeling that inhale through the belly, rib cage and chest. And exhale from the chest, rib cage, and belly. Begin to extend your breath even longer, maybe for a count of 6. On your inhale, holding at the top, and then slowly exhaling for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tapping into that breath. Inhale deeply, fill up, take up all the space. And slowly exhale. I found a really lovely quote. Don't know who it's by, but I thought it'd be a nice one to focus on today for our class. Even in the midst of life's many storms, we have the capacity to stand in the center of our own peace. Even in the midst of life's many storms, we have the capacity to stand in the center of our own peace. So when life feels crazy, we always have the capacity to recenter ourselves and find the inner peace. And often that starts at the breath, taking those deep inhales and exhales. Even if it's one deep breath, it has the power to bring that peace back. So take another deep breath in, sigh it out through the mouth, let it all go. And if you do have a strap handy, grab it now. I'll join you on my back as well. Open up your eyes and pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little sway from side to side. And then extend your left leg out, flex your feet, and hug the right knee into your chest. And maybe take that knee and give your leg a couple circles in one direction. And then going on into the other direction. And begin to extend that leg out. Maybe if you do have a strap or a towel, something like that, wrap it around your foot and extend that right foot right up to the sky. Holding onto your strap, flexing your feet as though you could punch the ceiling with your right heel. Slowly begin to and gently pull on the strap, bringing that knee a little closer to your upper body. And then take the strap into your left hand. Be really gentle with yourself. If this is the first bit of exercise you've gotten today, you might be a little bit cool. So pull the strap in and then begin to allow that leg to travel just past your midline over to the left. Really gentle stretch. You might feel this through the IT band or the back of your leg into the hamstring. And once you feel it, just hold it there and breathe into it. And on your next inhale, come on back through center. Pass the strap over to your right hand. I'm going to need to shift my hips over to the left to bring so that my leg can go over to the right. And let the leg drop over to the right. Make sure your hips are staying nice and firmly planted on the ground. And then pull the strap up. So as though you could bring your toes up to your head. You're kind of pulling up to the side. Inhale, come on back through center. Bend that knee. Let the strap go. And just very simply switch to the other side. Let's actually hug the left knee in. First things first. Hug that left knee in. Flex your feet. And then begin to give that knee a couple circles in one direction. And then the other direction. Tapping into your breath. Maybe trying on Ujjayi Pranayama, your ocean breath. Breathing through the nose. Hearing that ocean-like sound as you inhale and exhale. And grab your strap, place it around the foot, and extend your left leg up to the sky. Give that strap a little gentle tug, pulling the leg a little closer to you. Being really gentle with yourself throughout the practice, knowing that anything I say is purely suggestion. So you listen to yourself first and pass that strap into your right hand and gently pull the strap across the midline over to the right, just to the point where you feel that tension, that little stretch through your left leg. Some folks like to go all the way over to the right. You can certainly do that. Just whatever you prefer. And on your next inhale, come on back through center. Pass the strap to the left hand and let that leg drop over to the left as you gently pull up on the strap as though your toes could reach up to your left ear. And on your inhale, come on back through center. Let your strap go off to the side. Hug both knees into your chest. Bring your nose up to your knees. Tight little package. Inhale. And on the exhale, give yourself a great big stretch from end to end. Point the toes and the fingers. Woo, flex your feet. And side out, let it go. Come on into happy baby. So your knees come out to the side. Hold on to your ankles or the bottoms of your feet and feel free to give yourself a little sway from side to side. Whatever suits you here, any movement that you want to try on. I like to extend one leg out And then go to the other side, sway side to side, wake up. And holding on to the backs of your legs, bring your knees a little closer together and give yourself a roll up and back. A few times. And then come on up to seated. Grounding through your sit bones. Sit up nice and tall. On your inhale, swoop your arms up to the sky. And on your exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale back through center, reach on up. And exhale over to the right. My spine likes to creak a little bit when I do that. We'll crackle and pop, it's all good. And one more. Inhale back through center. We'll go into a little side body stretch. Place your left hand on the ground and come on into a little side body here. You might come on right onto your left elbow. Just make sure your sit bones are on the ground. If they're not, just come back up onto the hand. Inhale back to center, reach long, and exhale, other side. Inhale back to center, reach up. And on your exhale, hinge forward, fingertips down to the ground. And just look at your mat. Let your head go. On your inhale, come on up. We're going to go into cow-faced pose. So you will want to have your strap handy. Cross your right knee over the left. And so you're coming onto the sides of your feet. Your right knee is stacked right on top of the left. And if you find you're kind of curving here, not quite able to sit up nice and straight, you may want to grab a pillow or something to boost the hips just a little bit here. If this feels uncomfortable, it's not in a nice stretchy way, just extend your bottom leg out. So grab your strap. Your strap is totally optional. I'll just show you the strap version first. So taking the strap into your left hand and bend at your elbow behind the back. Take your right hand and reach for the strap. So I'll just show you from behind what that looks like so. If you can touch your fingertips together or your hands, you could just do that and release the strap all together. Okay. So you want to, if you're holding the strap, you're pulling on the strap, opening up through the chest. So rolling your shoulders back and lifting up through your spine. And if you want to, you can hinge forward from the hips just a little bit to get a little more stretch through your legs. On your inhale, come on up. Gently release the arms. Give them a little shake. Bring your hands behind you. Come onto the forearms. Open up the legs wide, cabaret style. Woo. And just like a pro, cross your left leg over the right and sit on up, going right on into the other side. So you're taking the strap into your right hand, bending at the elbow, hand comes behind you, and then your left hand comes behind you as well, reaching for the strap or your fingertips. Rolling the shoulders back, lifting up tall through the spine. On your exhale, hinge forward maybe. And if this feels at all uncomfortable on your knees or painful, just extend that bottom leg out. Make any adjustments you need. Always being cognizant of how you're feeling throughout your practice. On your inhale, sit on up. Release the strap to the ground. Uncross the legs, place the feet on the ground, and just windshield wipe your knees from side to side. That should feel pretty good. And when you're ready, roll over the knees, find your hands and knees on the ground, going on into some cat-cow postures. So your hands are about shoulder distance apart, knees hip distance apart. Feel free to tuck the toes if you like. As you inhale, lift your tailbone back, open through the chest. As you exhale, press through the hands, curve your spine, and look towards your belly button. Inhale, reverse, coming on into cow pose. And on the exhale, curve the spine. Linking the breath and the movement. Going at your own pace. And a few more, just like that. And coming on back to your neutral spine, begin to kick out your right foot out to the side, over to the right, and come to face the left side of your mat. So I'm going to look probably opposite to you on the video. On your inhale, reach your right arm up, and on your exhale, come on into gate pose. So you do want to make sure that your left toes are in line with your right knee. So make any adjustments you have to there. Thinking about pressing into the outside edge of your left foot. Reaching and lengthening through the right rib cage. Inhale, sit on up. Exhale, fold back over. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Inhale, sit on up. Bring that left knee back down to the ground. We're going to go on into camel pose. So any variation you like, maybe if you have blocks, you like to hold them here. You can have them at the sides of your knees. I'll show you a couple variations without the block. So take your hands to your lower back. Your fingers could be pointed up, or your fingers can be pointed down. You just want to make sure you're hugging your elbows together, rolling your shoulders back. On your inhale, zip up through your belly button, lift the chest, and allow this back bend to start at your lower spine area, ripple up through your body, and then you tip back a little bit. Staying nice and firm through the belly. And you can hold this here, or if you want a little bit more, you could tuck your toes under and reach for your heels. Pressing your hips forward, rolling the shoulders back, and maybe tipping the chin up, if that feels comfortable. On your inhale, tighten up through your abdominals and then slowly begin to come on up. Whew, that's energizing, hey? We'll go on into gate pose on the other side. So extend your right foot out, checking in to make sure the toes are in line with your left knee. Inhale, reach your right arm up, and exhale, tip over. Reaching actively through your fingertips and your rib cage. Inhale, sit on up. Exhale, flow back over. Two more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, over. Last one. Inhale, lift up. And exhale. Inhale, lift up. Bring that knee back to the ground. Hands come down to the ground. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips for that lovely downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out your feet. Find any movement you like here. Maybe you want to lift a leg up off the ground, swing the knee around a couple times. Finding anything that feels good for you. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Ah. Stretch through the face a little bit. Relax. And find stillness in your downward dog. Pressing through the outer edges of your hands. Rolling your shoulders back. Lengthening through the spine as you press through the hands and lift the tailbone to the sky. If you find yourself kind of rounding through the back, just gently bend your knees and keep pressing through your hands. So your back is going to be nice and long. On your next inhale, look forward and begin to step to the top of your mat. Hang out here in ragdoll. Give yourself a little sway from side to side. Really relax through your upper body. And bending your knees, slowly begin to roll on up to the top, lengthening through your back, rolling the shoulders back as you meet the top of your mat. Lift those shoulders a few times. And finding your Tadasana. So your feet are maybe parallel, hip distance apart, or big toes touching, whatever suits you right now. As you inhale, reach those arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through your spine, long neck. Exhale, step your right foot back and lower the knee down to the ground. If your knees are really sensitive when they're on the ground, just find something soft to pad up underneath. Inhale, lift the arms up, coming into your lunge, lifting through the belly, scissoring those legs, left leg scissoring back, and maybe sinking just a little bit more. Inhaling. Exhale, place those hands on the ground, frame the foot, lift the back knee off the ground, plant your right hand right underneath your right shoulder, and inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky, twist it out. And hold it here just for another breath or two. On your exhale, plant that hand, step back to plank, lower your knees down to the ground if you like, and exhale through Chaturanga. Inhale to Cobra, pressing through the hands, lifting your knees up off the ground. So you're kind of pressing your knees up as you press the top of your feet down into the mat. Exhale, tuck the toes, and find your way back to downward facing dog. Once again, pedal out your feet. Find any movement that suits you here. Find stillness in your downward dog. Lengthening through your spine, lifting your tailbone to the sky. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or maybe hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll on up, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana. Inhale, reach on up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, step your left foot back. Bring the knee to the ground. Your right knee is right over the ankle. Inhale, sweep those arms up. As you exhale, lift on up through the belly, and then maybe sink the hips just a little bit more. Staying here for a couple of breaths as you scissor your legs together. Hips coming into line. Exhale, frame your foot. Lift the back knee up off the ground. And inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Holding for a moment as you really Reach and extend those arms from end to end. Exhale, plant the hand. Step back to your version of plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale through cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee and open up through the hip. Inhale, reach it long again. And exhale, step your right foot forward. Lower your back heel to the ground, finding heel to arch alignment. So your right heel is in line with the arch of your left foot. Inhale, reach on up. Finding warrior two. So you want your shoulders to be right over your hips rather than leaning one way or the other, right? Lengthening nice and long through your arms. Pressing into the outer edge of your left foot. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. We'll do that twice more. Inhale through warrior two. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, back through warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. So you go at your own pace. If you want to hold either one of these postures a little longer, you go right ahead. And then we'll all land in that side angle pose just for a moment. Inhale, come on back up to your warrior two. Begin to walk your back foot in about a foot. So your feet, depending on your height, are about 3 feet apart. Reach your arms out. We're going into triangle pose, Trikonasana. As you inhale, lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, reach forward, hinging at your rib cage, and bring that right hand down either to the ankle, the floor, or maybe if you have a block handy, placing it right there next to the ankle. Really think about opening through this left hip, opening through the left rib cage, nice and wide through your chest. And gentle micro bend through that front knee. You don't want to hyperextend. On your next inhale, reach on up and begin to face the long edge of your mat. So you're at the left side of your mat. Walk your feet in just a little bit. You know where we're going with this, I think. Going into Malasana. So if you use a block with Malasana, just place it there behind you. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center, finding your Malasana. Maybe sitting on your block or sitting up off a block. And maybe shifting your hips from side to side or shifting your feet from side to side. Feel free to close your eyes. Find your peaceful breath. Remembering that you can always harness your inner peace and tranquility. It's all within you. And opening the eyes, place the fingertips on the ground. Begin to lift your hips up to the sky. Walk your feet in. And once again, finding ragdoll. Give yourself a little sway from side to side. And slowly bend your knees and roll on up. Rolling your shoulders back a few times when you get to the top. When you're ready, find the top of your mat. Maybe move your block to the side. Finding Tadasana. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, step right on back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, stacking your left hip over the right. Inhale, straighten that leg. And exhale, step the left foot forward, preparing for warrior two. Lowering your right heel to the ground and windmilling the arms up. I'll just shift over this way. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, back up through warrior two. Exhale, peaceful warrior. One more set. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Actually, let's hold that side angle pose just a little bit longer. Come on back. Side angle. Holding it there for another moment. Inhale, come on back to your warrior two. Walk that back foot in about a foot. Straighten that front leg. As you inhale, lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, tip yourself forward, hinging from the rib cage. And then bring the left hand down to the ankle, a block, or maybe the floor. Not forcing it at all. Keeping the integrity of the posture. So you want to make sure you have an open chest. You're really thinking about opening up through that right hip, right rib cage. Staying nice and open through the arms. One more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Inhale, come on up. Parallel your feet. So your feet are nice and wide legs. Inhale, sweep those arms up to the sky. And on your exhale, hinge forward with a flat back. And bring your hands to the ground. Begin to walk your hands over to the right leg. Take your left hand and place it on the ankle. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. So you're twisting it out. Exhale, sweep the hands across the mat over to the left side. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky. Do that one more time, sweeping the hands across the mat, twisting it out. And this time, sweep the hands across the mat over to the top, the shorter end of the mat. Rotate your feet so that you come on into a lunge with your back heel off the ground. Step it back to downward facing dog. Bring your knees down to the ground. Widen the knees, bring your big toes to touch, and find child's pose. Slide your hands forward. Bring your forehead down to the ground. This is where we begin to slow it down. Tap into your breath. Deep breath in and sigh through your mouth. Once more. On your next inhale, sit on up. Bring your knees back underneath your hips and begin to walk your hands forward. We're coming on into puppy pose. So puppy pose is much like child's pose, only your hips are right over your knees. Your hands slide forward. And traditionally, your elbows are not on the ground. but do what suits you best. Forehead comes to the ground. And take another deep breath in. And sigh through the mouth. One more deep breath. And begin to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. We're going to go on into pigeon pose. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. And exhale, come on forward and place that shin on the ground. So a couple of options if you know that traditional pigeon doesn't suit you well right now. You might want to come seated and cross your right ankle over the left knee like this. And if you're in pigeon, the other way, you might want to place a prop or something underneath your right hip, just so you can really sink on into it. And you can stay seated up, or feel free to walk your hands out and place your forehead either on a block or maybe right on the ground. Take some really deep breaths here. Imagining that you could send that soothing breath into all the muscle fibers of your lower body, and softening. Make any adjustments you need to. If this feels uncomfortable at any point, just come right on out. On your next inhale, walk those hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes, and we're going to go on into a little froggy version of pigeon. So tuck your back toes, lift on up, and swing your right foot out to the other side, like this. So I'm going to just show you from this vantage point. My leg is out to the side. Once you're there, begin to come on down to your forehead, maybe stacking your palms. And just sitting right there. One more deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. When you're ready, place your hands underneath your shoulders. Begin to press on up. Bring that right knee back in line with the hips. Tuck your toes and find your downward dog. Going right on into the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, begin to bend the knee, coming on forward into your pigeon. And so if this version is not suiting you right now, you might want to sit on back and cross your left ankle over the right knee. Maybe you'd like to prop up your right hip, something right underneath your bottom, so you can relax into the pose. And if you'd like, stay up here or begin to walk your hands out and place your forehead on the ground. Taking some deep cleansing breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And picture yourself sending breath into the muscle fibers, soothing and relaxing through your lower body. When you're ready, begin to walk your hands underneath your shoulders, going on to that froggy pigeon I just showed you, tucking your back toes, lifting up and gently bring that knee out to the left side. Coming right back down, either to your forearms or right on down to the ground. Take a few deep breaths here. And when you're ready, walk those hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to press yourself back up, bring that knee into line, and then sit on down to the ground. Reach your legs out in front of you. If you have the strap handy and you'd like to use it for a little forward fold here, bring the hands around the strap, just like this. Lift on up, nice and long through your spine. And on your exhale, hinge forward and wrap the strap around your feet. Gently bend at the elbows, bring it a little further. Imagining you bring your chest, or maybe you are bringing your chest down to your knees. And if you want to release the strap, you can place your hands around your ankles or maybe around the feet. Perhaps closing the eyes. Not forcing anything. Just being super gentle with yourself here. And on your next inhale, walk your hands back up your legs. Release the strap if you have it. Bend your knees. Lengthen through the spine. Reach your arms forward. On your exhale, slowly roll on down to your back. And bring your feet just close enough to your bottom so that you could touch your heels with your fingertips. Feet are hip distance apart. On the inhale, think about tucking your tailbone in, scooping in, and lifting your hips up to the sky. Exhale, slowly release down. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, scoop it in and up. And exhale, lower down. Final one, inhale, lift on up. And exhale, lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little sway from side to side. When you're ready, begin to move on into Shavasana, your final resting pose, taking up space, reaching the arms out wide, reaching out your feet, and allow yourself to soften and relax, supported by the earth beneath you. And finding your breath, knowing that at any point, peace and tranquility are available to you. And closing your eyes. Allow the breath to expand through your belly, your rib cage. And on your exhale, allow softness into your face, your shoulders, your hips, and your legs. 2 more deep breaths in. And exhale. Inhale deep. And exhale, let it go. Feel free to stay here in your Shavasana or meditation after the video ends. But if you're ready to move on into the rest of your day or evening, I invite you to sit on up. Bring the hands to Anjali Mudra at heart center, closing the eyes. Take a moment to thank yourself for making time for your practice this evening. Namaste. I wish you a peaceful rest of your evening and a wonderful week ahead. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Maybe at live in-person classes. We'll see. Have a good evening. Bye for now.